Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 143. We're up to 147 last night. Just looking really nice. The Batman heads are starting to form. The Ethereum one's going to be a little bit more drawn out right now, as you can see. But we do have some big gainers. Holy Walton balls. Is at a 677 when I saw it at the high. And you know what's funny is if you go back to my videos during the China bloodbath, what was I doing? I was buying all the China coins. Was I not? I was buying all the China coins. I got Walton for like 80 cents, 60 cents. I was getting Neo for 15. I was getting Binance coin. I was buying QTOM. I was buying all of these Chinese coins or heavily influenced Chinese coins while everyone else was fucking, I don't know what everyone else was doing. And now here I am. Guess what? I still have all the China coins, right? I still have all the China coins. I still have all the Walton I bought at 80. I still got all the EOS I bought at 54, 53, 52 cents. You know, the prices don't hang around that low. And the one thing that I've noticed is it's hard for people to buy low and sell high. It's just very difficult because when the prices are low, people hesitate. It's like going against the Stampede. And you see all these people running away, and, you know, really, I'm just going to call a few people out. It just comes down to people not doing enough research, not having enough self-confidence in their ability to make decisions and stick by them. That is the core factor. And those things can be fixed, believe it or not. They can be solved. It's like the first step to recognizing any issue in your trade game or life is to be brutally honest. And the best way to be brutally honest is to be brutally thankful. I'm thankful every day. I know exactly where I come from. I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down my whole life. I've had 6 figures as a teenager in a ghetto where I might as well have been a billionaire at that time. I've also been eating tuna cans and almost homeless in a foreign country, and I had to give away my dogs with the last bit of my money. I've been up, I've been down my whole life. I know the ring. The one common thing is I've always home. I've already been there. I've always had the billionaire mindset. It's never bothered me to look at the scoreboard because I know the game lasts my whole life. This thing lasts my whole life. I don't care about the score right now. That doesn't bother me. That comes down to security. But when you throw all attachment to life, meaning I don't put anything on a pedestal, then security ain't nothing but a fucking pillow on a bed. I don't need that shit. It's nothing to me. And when that stuff starts to dissolve, you can really live life in a lane that you never knew existed. This is what I mean when I'm talking about dissolving barriers, raising levels of awareness so you can see further. It's like living in a new life. When you raise your awareness, you don't understand how deep your brain really gets. And when you really start digging deep in it, you'll be amazed at how much your life will really change. And all of these things can happen. Anybody can do that and live in that type of mind state. You know, when I see the Stampede, when I see the blood in the water, I'm ready to jump in. That's my signal to buy. When I see all the people running away, that's my signal to buy. I am research. I am research. All I do is my due diligence. All I do is have people around me that do their due diligence. Is due diligence on top of due diligence. That's all I do. And so when there's a Stampede, I can easily navigate through the Stampede looking at the bullshit and saying, okay, what's the real problem here? Is there something wrong with Walton coin for it to be at 50, 60 cents? Is there something wrong with EOS for it to be at 52, 53 cents? Is there something wrong with Binance coin for it to be at, God knows, I think I was like 30, 40, 50, 60 cents at the low? Is there something wrong with Neo for it to be at $15, $14? And then I started to say, well, what's the common thread with all these coins? Oh, they're all heavily influenced by China. What happened in China? Oh, China, you know, riled up the crowd and said they were going to do some shit. This is how I do it, guys. And people ask me about trading coins. if you're doing what I'm doing, you're not going to be trading for much longer. Trading is a stepping stone. My time is much more valuable than making a few trades. It's not worth it to make. I pass up insane amounts of money. I could easily be killing it 10,000 a day, easy money trading if I wanted to. But guess what? It's not even worth it anymore because I evolved. That's what I'm saying. When people are watching my videos, I don't know. You go to a news station channel, you get the news every fucking time. When you go to somebody who's trading, you get trading every time. When you go to my channel, you don't know what you're gonna get because I'm evolving. This is my life. This is a documentary. Trading was a part of my life a few months ago. It's not anymore. Not really. And now more finding big move coins that are liquid to invest a lot in, turn up businesses, right? And this should be fun for outside viewers because you'll be able to see like, okay, well, look at his track record. This is what he's getting into. Maybe I can get into it. Maybe I don't. You know, you can at least do your due diligence and see that if you want to be a part of what's happening or not. And that's, I just think it's exciting on both sides. For me, I just love watching my old videos. I love the humble, you know, I went back to some of my old videos when I was buying Golos, listening to how I was talking. I'm the same motherfucker. You go listen to me. I'm the same motherfucker when I was eating tuna cans. And now, you know, I don't, obviously. It's just, it's very nice. I encourage people to do the same. You know, because I could have just went out there, put myself on YouTube, and I could still be eating motherfucking tuna cans, and I could still be in that motherfucking hole in the motherfucking wall in Tijuana, not the most safe place in the motherfucking world, right? That's where I was. Nobody knows where I am now. You need a helicopter to come get me. But it's just being thankful. I don't miss a day. I don't skip a beat. I understand where I was from. I understand what it is. You know, I know how thankful I am, how lucky I am to be able to put the dots together, to be in a situation. You know, there's always some luck involved, but guess what? Luck is everywhere, and you can never get it if you're not prepared. The most prepared are the most lucky. It's not a coincidence. It means that you're prepared for the opportunity. When the opportunity comes, and guess what? You get a little bit of luck behind that opportunity. Boom, you got a life change. In a matter of, you know, you can look at my videos. It can happen real quick. It can happen real quick, but you got to dedicate yourself. You got to understand, look at your life. You're driving a fucking boat. Imagine if you're the one not driving. Are you really thinking of the course of your life? Or are you just waking up, going to a job and coming back home and rinse and repeat? Are you not really like grabbing life by the horns and really saying, hey, what do I want in life? It starts today. What do I want? What's my plan? Money doesn't matter. Like I said, I didn't get into this with a lot of money. Look at where I am now. I didn't, you know, you don't need money. You just need a plan. You need a course of action. You need to be consistent. You need to throw that fear bullshit out the window. That security bullshit out the window. If you want security, that puts a cage around you. What a cage does is stifles your growth. It stifles the energies that you can emit and intake. It is basically telling the universe, I am content. I don't need any more. I just want to be safe. And then that's what you get. But I'm uncomfortable when I'm comfortable. I get too itchy. I know that it's wrong. I know that it's like, I'm not growing. I'm stifled. I'm a cup of water just sitting there ready to stagnate because I'm not flowing. And that's a real big thing for me, is to constantly be flowing, constantly be growing. Back to 672. Just holler at Walton, chain link. I got some of that. I have been I'm also going to be trying to get into that Bit India ICO. It's a 150 min ether order, easy money. It's not that. The fact is, you have to get approved. And I have an Italian passport. So I set in my thing, and you got to get approved. That's I hate doing that shit. I hate sending my ID for anything, but I do think that's going to be, you know, a big decentralized exchange. So I'm going to try to get into that one. People have been asking me about PayPal. You know me, I'm probably going to get into it. You know, he hollered at me. I already talked to Nick, the CEO. You know, I've been on private deal status. Now he made it public, so I can talk about it. But yeah, there is a pre-sale. I'm not quite sure, man. I think it's going to be successful. Like, that's the thing, man. People are different. They're not on my shit. I'm not on that. Like, people keep thinking I'm going to invest in everything because it's profitable. It's like, dude, PayPal is going to be profitable in my opinion. Yeah, I don't invest in things for the money, though. I'm not going to just invest in PayPal because I think it's going to be worth it. So I have different goals and different alignments. I like to put my money to work with my goals and my vision. Like, PayPal doesn't really do shit for me in terms of furthering my agenda for cryptocurrencies. You know, I think bigly. I always think bigly. I never have small fucking thoughts. I'm thinking about changing crypto like Roger Ver did. I'm not, you know, I don't put a cap on myself. I'm not trying to make money. I'm past making money. I already made money. I don't need to make no motherfucking money. I need to make some change. I need to do with my pedestal what I have now and try to make some change. And I know I can. So, you know, I like the idea of something like Bit India because it's a decentralized exchange in India where, you know, inflation, you don't want to call it hyperinflation yet in India, but, you know, some people, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. They're fucking with the money and people are suffering because of it. And places like Venezuela, and I'm not connecting the two. I'm not saying that Venezuela is as bad as India. I'm just saying there's places out there where it's rampant, like terrible hyperinflation. The government can just absolutely make your money worthless at the drop of a hat. Those are my goals. I'm going to be hitting up decentralized exchanges. I really believe in those. That's why I'm in Binance. I mean, I don't know. I just really think that right now is a really good time to align, because that's the beautiful thing about crypto. Like, what do you believe in? You know, what do you believe in? What do you like? I find it easier to promote something like MyBit when I know it can change the world. I know that something like MyBit is absolutely essential to the humans. Like, we need as many crowdfunding decentralized platforms as possible. We need to be able to raise money decentralized for projects that we need and want, especially IoT devices that are going to be taking everyone's jobs. Millions and millions of people are going to be jobless in the next 10 to 20 years. They don't realize this, but they will be. And that's where MyBit comes in. It basically gives you the power to buy your jobs back, but yet you don't have to work. And it just takes a little bit of foresight because, you know, if I was a plant worker, if I was somebody with a 9-to-5 that could easily be taken over by robots, you know, that's what's Walton. All of these things are starting to move in that direction where it's going to be a machine to machine society. And you really got to be scared because it's like, what's your combat? What you going to fall back on? Because like you've been doing something your whole life that gets taken. You can't go do it somewhere else because it's already taken by robots who will work for free, right? Just gotta run them, buy them, one-time cost. No health care, none of that bullshit, no mutiny, nothing, right? If you think they care about you, you're terribly mistaken. So I just find it amusing that you have somebody who like me who's not going to be affected by that. But I'm going to be buying up all the fucking robots and smart homes and all that stuff. The Uber drivers, like taxi drivers are going to be a thing of the past. Like those, we're going to look at those as like payphones. It's really going to be a big monumental shift. And nobody really wants to pay attention. People, it's beautiful to be in the now. It's really beautiful to be in the now. But it's very terrible to just be blinded by the now. I mean, you can't look and you have no foresight. You have no perception. You have no imagination. You can't connect a dot to the future. And that's very, very, very ignorant. It's very, very dangerous. And that's how we get to the places we are now where we are. Thank God for someone slipping Bitcoin. Could you imagine if we didn't have Bitcoin right now? Just imagine. Will we bail out the banks again with this impending crash that's about to come up? Because that's the thing. We're bailing out we're bailing out the people with Bitcoin. People are getting bailed out finally for once, right? The common people are getting bailed out, not the big banks. And when the big banks collapse this time, there's not going to be anybody there to catch them because nobody's going to want to pay. Everyone's going to be like, I think I'll just go buy Bitcoin because you failed again and again and again. We bailed you out. You know, Jamie Dimon got a big ass fucking bonus in that 2008 crash. We're tired of the bailing out the banks. It's stupid, right? And you're forced to because you have no choice. It's not like they put it up to vote and the government's like, all right, who wants to bail out the banks? Let's tally it all up. No, it's like, well, you're getting taxed and this is what we're going to do with your tax money. And nobody signed up for that. And no one can do that shit with Bitcoin. No one can do that shit. So it's just right now is a very, very, it's funny because China says something, the ceiling kind of cracks, the market just floods in. I think that we're going to start seeing more and more of that. The writing is absolutely on the wall. Of course, they're going to be making their own coins. Let them make their own coins, right? Because, okay, I look at it as like they're going to have their own version of coins. And it's going to be like how cryptoers view fiat right now. It's like, okay, cool. Well, like, okay, I'll just trade in my cryptos. I'll hold my cryptos. And when I need to pay my bill, I'll shave off a little bit of my Bitcoin, buy, you know, J coin or China coin or whatever the fuck kind of coin they have in that country and pay my bills with it, because that's the only power they have. They say, well, that's the only power the dollar has right now, is they say, okay, well, you have to pay your taxes in the US dollar. And that's fine. That's cool. Whatever, right? That's why there's a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. You know what I can do? I can exchange NLC for Ethereum. I can trade Ethereum for Bitcoin. I can trade Bitcoin for whatever, right? Monero. I can change Monero for OMG, and then, you know, and then I can trade OMG for USD. You see all these different routes I can take. It's fine. It's not a big deal. When I need to pay my bill, the dinosaurs, as I call them, the older people, that's why cash is always going to be around. There's people who still use checks, and they can't make checks illegal, because if they did, then yeah, the fucking old ladies wouldn't be able to pay their rent. So it's like, once that crowd, that generation kind of weans off, we're going to have predominant crypto. And yeah, there's going to be coins, crypto coins for each government so they can feel in power. But at the end of the day, we were enslaved and we had no choice. The taxes were taken from us and we had no say in where they went. And we had no escape from this, because the more people that used the dollar, the more powerful the crooked system became. And there was no outside, because if you made a new dollar or a new form of currency when you were inside the United States or when you were inside China, you would be locked in jail and it would be a felony. Now with Bitcoin, it's beautiful. It happened. Someone did it for us. And either way, if you believe in Bitcoin or not, it doesn't give a fuck, because now look at all these other coins, all these other transfers of value. It doesn't matter anymore. We can trade value from point A to point B, whether it be in pizza tokens or bank tokens or currency, decentralized storage allocation. It doesn't matter, right? You can. That's how it should be. It's the old trade and barter. It's a virtual chicken for your virtual potatoes, and that's where we're living right now. It's a beautiful thing, because that's how it should be. There shouldn't be just one form of money like there is, like the dollar, the yen. All that shit's basically the same to me. It's the same principle. They're all worthless. They have no value. Now we can actually transfer what we really want. Virtual chickens for virtual potatoes, and that's just the beautiful thing about how we're coming into a responsible era. It's like we're all taking responsibility for our own lives, our own actions, and our own investments. And I just really want to extend an olive branch of knowledge to say, you know, don't let it go back to the way it was. You know, really step up, guys. Don't fucking just listen to me or anyone else. Don't listen to fucking Jamie Dean. Don't listen to any of these fuckers. Don't listen to anybody. Fucking go do your own research. Invest in what you want to invest in. Don't just invest to invest, man. That's the thing. That's how these hedge funds become so big and so powerful, is people just don't know what to do with their money, and they just give it to these assholes to invest, because they know these assholes are going to make a lot of money. And then what these assholes do is pollute the rivers, pollute the oceans, shortcut other people. You know, if you actually learned how to make the money, why can't you do what they do? You know, why do you always have to have advice? Just look, do the research. It's out here. It's an open book. Anyone can do this. Take a fucking couple hours of your time. If your slave 9 to 5 is that important to you, my God, right? This is like financial freedom looking you right in the face. If nothing's more important than that, then I don't understand. What are you going to work for? Unless it's something you absolutely love. Even then, it can be taken away from you. Work that you love can be taken away from you. I believe everyone should work for themselves and work together, right? Like for a common cause where everyone has some kind of stability. But it's just a really good time. I have all the China coins still. And, you know, I would have said a I told you so video, but those kind of got old real quick when I had to make them all the time. But, I mean, it just reminds me of what happened with the crash to 60 billion, this China crash. It was just like one of the most epic bloodbaths of our lifetime. And people could have literally changed their lives. You could have changed your life if you invested in those coins at the time, just a few weeks ago. Life-changing money. Look at this, you know, with Neo. EOS is getting up there again. I mean, just, it's good to see Steemit doing it. But yeah, I'm going to kill it here. Cheers. Peace.